All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again, it is time for Robcast, coming at you live, uncut, and unrated from Spreaker Podcast and Robcast Radio. Special guest tonight, Chris Ryder. That's right. Getting to catch up with what's going on in the rock and roll world. So here's Zombie, and here it goes, you little maniacs. All right. Woo. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have got a super special treat for you all today. So I will start out the show by saying, as always, thank you to the Army, thank you to the Navy, thank you to the Air Force, and thank you to the Marines for doing what you bad motherfuckers do to keep our country free. Also, back the badge, support the boys in blue, all you first responders, firefighters, EMTs, and the police. Mad respect, because hey, whenever we all run away from danger, you all are trained to run right into it. For that, we give you respect. So I don't have a whole lot of time for an intro, because guess what? That's right, tonight a super special guest, Chris Ryder. We're going to get in and talk a little bit with Chris Ryder, an old friend of mine, and he happens to be in the rock and roll world. As a matter of fact, he's toured around the world with Metallica. And that's right, ladies, he's single and he's ready to mingle. So rock and roll, guys. The Chris Ryder interview coming up next. We get up close, personal, uncut, and unrated with Chris and see what's happening in the rock and roll world. So definitely, guys, a few ways to follow the show. Download the Spreaker Podcast app. Go to where it says information created by, click on my name, Robert Cole, and that will allow you to follow the show. You can also check out Robert Cole, Zombie in parentheses, on Facebook. We are, sorry, Flip, my producer's frowning at me. Baby, it takes a team, baby, to make this broadcast happen. We are Robert Cole at Robcast Radio on Twitter. Oh, we just now got on Instagram also, Robcast Radio on Instagram. What else? Download the Spreaker Podcast app and definitely listen to the Chris Ryder interview on YouTube. You can listen to the audio anytime on YouTube. That's Rob C. Zombie on YouTube, baby. And without further ado, guys, that's right. We're going to see if we can get, just fresh. Just now got off the phone with the man just a minute ago. So we're going to see what's happening in the world of rock and roll, of motorcycles, and crazy, crazy women. So grab a hold of a set of big, big titties, ladies and gentlemen, and you little crazy maniacs everywhere, because shit's about to go down up in here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, guys, I've done what I can do with the audio, and we're not going to make excuses. We are going to make something happen, so here it goes. Fresh off of the press, Chris Ryder.
If Black Sabbath showed up at your party, playing Poison songs, she would
Chris Ryder! Yeah. Okay, so Black Sabbath, what all were they playing? Just like covering all kinds of crazy shit?
Yeah, they just kept segueing into stuff. They'd like go, they'd get all Black Sabbath on it all of a sudden. It's like, alright. They turned it into, they turned a birthday song into Black Sabbath song. Trust me, those guys are good, dude. They're just laughing. They're just on stage laughing and having fun. And that's what rock and roll is all about.
Shoot.
If you're not laughing or having fun, I just got very, very blessed to see that. And it was awesome. I'm going to tell you, it was awesome.
Yeah,
It blew my mind.
They have
It blew my mind. I can't remember half the songs because I was actually working at the time. But, I mean, my God, I got to hear Fairies Wear Boots, which was awesome. That's a Black Sabbath song. And they're just you know, they're rocking it. That's what they do. They're 60 fucking years old. They still get up there and do it.
Yeah, that's damn impressive.
Their drummer, their new drummer, you guys check him out on YouTube. Check out a Black Label Society show on YouTube.
No, Black Sabbath.
Yeah, check him out on YouTube. The new tour, The End. It's called The End.
The
So
End.
they're not touring again. Ozzy just can't do it. He's back there sucking on our shit and shit.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Like, we talked about a little bit about Ozzy before, but I remember back, like, it was 90...
Yeah, you said no more tours.
No more tears, no more tours. And I was like...
Yes, that was Zach Wild with the one who Alice in Chains. I was there at the summit.
That was a badass...
Now it's a church, but whatever.
Now it's... Yeah, now that's Joel Osteen's church, dude.
There has to be a church, right?
That's awesome. I think Sabbath needs to revisit. Go to Oakwood Church and go check it out and replay their
I don't think
arena.
it'll be a Sabbath again. There is no Sabbath. They said no more.
Yeah,
They said the end.
yeah, that's what they say until Sharon gets that divorce and starts getting all of Ozzy's money. Till she starts taking all of his shit.
This is here on play was amazing. It was fucking amazing.
They'll have him up there as a fucking what do you call it, a hologram?
Yeah, like Tupac.
Oh goodness.
And
So
Michael
what-
Jackson.
Hey, what about
I can't wait for the hologram of Prince. I'll just try it.
right?
And I can listen to Purple Rain anytime I want. Yeah, Prince going, I never been confused.
So tell me, you're setting up chairs. You're just setting up rows and rows and rows of chairs.
And you know what? The funny thing was, they ran everybody else off. Because we were cheer set, we got to hear it.
And you got to hear what?
And I changed from chair set to actual loading in now, which is better for me because I actually like doing that. But man, it was amazing. And then the very next day was Billy Joel. So we got him finally. They got him finally set up. We're sitting in the chairs at 1 o'clock. He comes out, and the very first chords I hear are ding, 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 da-da. You're as cold as ice. And I was like, wow, man. I was like, man, that was killer, bro.
So they send everyone else out of the BOK for you to set up chairs?
Give me one second, Rob.
Yeah. They send everyone else out of the BOK to set up chairs. And, fucking here comes Billy Joe, sits down behind the piano and starts jamming.
Yeah,
Just a motherfucking pink, playing Foreigner, cold as ice.
And then they played for like 2 hours. And they played everything but a Billy Joel song. Anything with a piano on it, name it. They played Leonard Skinner. They played just a bunch of stuff.
They didn't just do mic check. 1, 1, 2. Okay, we're out of it.
No, they went out there and played full band. They had the horns, the drums, the whole shit. It was real cool. And then everybody went to the back and we all ate, which was cool. Because he was like, well, you guys, man, come on. I was like, man, that's cool. So we got to go eat. They had like, stuff like that. But it was really cool.
What's cool is that you didn't have to no money out of your pocket for dinner that night
Yeah,
or whatever
right.
it
And
was.
there's stuff that nobody else got to hear.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of like the bootlegs. And they had security standing all over that place, dude. If you pulled your phone out, you got thrown out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's why you don't take your phone to work. That's a rule. You know what I mean?
So what's
you
it?
put in your brain and tell other people, and then you get all kinds of cool shit, after the day. It's not that bad. You get a T-shirt and whatnot. You can say, man, you know what? I got to see something you did.
So how were the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
I'm actually looking at my check stub right now. They paid me, how much did they pay me? A lot. They paid me a lot. 200 and some odd for $2 just to be there a little bit.
Damn, dude, for a day?
Yeah. That's what rock and roll is, huh? That's what we do. And that's why I do it.
That's why you gotta work when you can work.
I don't have to work every day. I mean, you know what I mean? It's not that hard.
Yeah, but when you do, it's nice.
But then you get the bonuses, man. It's a great job. All you gotta do is keep your head in the game. And I'll tell you, 2 things Metallica taught me a long time ago is that if you get drunk at your job, going to get fired. You get high on a gig, you're going to get fired. When the gig's over, do whatever the fuck you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It makes
And that's
perfect
how you keep
sense.
your head in the game.
And
That's how you
even
keep your head in the game.
and even in
But
even
the
in
Red Hot Chili Peppers, actually, you guys can check that out on YouTube, too. They had like almost 350 lights that are 3 feet long, change colors, and they go up and down on each individual winch. I'd never actually seen that before. Not on that scale.
cool.
Yeah, and then Anthony Kiedis was bouncing, and then I don't know if he broke his ankle or twisted his ankle or whatever, because the show stopped.
Dang.
Well, but then they take him up, and he went out there, he tripped on. He did good, man, and they did good. And then Flea pulled this little kid off the side, because the little kid was just bouncing just as hard as Flea was.
He was all into
50
it.
years old. And he goes, man, this is a bad little dude, he's coming with me. So he brought his whole family back there. It was real good, man. It was a real good show. Red Hot Chili Peppers still. The weird thing about it was that the new guitar player
Right.
he's very new to being on tour. So they'd only been on tour for 4 dates, and he threw away all his good guitar picks that had a shiny Red Hot Chili Peppers strap on it.
Oh no.
So he's just using orange Tortexes. I was like, well, orange was not bad, so I took one home. I mean, I'll just use it just like my green ones, but either way. But
I
he
see.
was good.
Yeah.
He had a Marshall Major, which was amazing. That thing, they had that band on the KT-88. Have you ever seen a tube that big?
No.
It's like it's like a, not like a pot you cook ramen noodles in, but just a little bit smaller
Right.
and a little bit taller. And they get so hot. And then that Major sounded so great because you could tell when it was on. It would light up the room. That thing was amazing. And he was not a bad guitar player. Note for note, the guy played it. It sounded spot on. Chad Smith was a really good guy. He shook all our hands, told us thank you for being there to help them out, because if it wasn't for us, they couldn't do what they do. And that's a preach. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's respect. That's pretty cool.
Well, that's preach both ways around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I mean, without you guys,
you couldn't do what you do. You ain't gonna build this shit.
right? Exactly.
But it was a real good show. We just built Bobo last night. Well, we just finished it tonight.
Well, look, just talking about the Chili Peppers for a minute, you should send me a picture of their set list. I'll use it for our cover art for the show.
Okay. Didn't I already send it to you?
No.
Hell, I don't even know where it is. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'm sure it's up there on a billboard or something.
Or just something else cool to use for the cover art.
No, I have the picture saved on my phone. Yeah, we'll take care of that. That's no big deal.
And, what's up?
That's the best part about it, is handwritten.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. This, we'll use the...
They just rip it off my Facebook, man.
Yeah, I could do that too. But if you got it in your phone,
Yeah,
you could just send
then
it
they
to
use
me.
that stupid freaking vest. Where am I ever going to wear that unless I'm riding my bike really late at night? Which I was like, thank you, Red Hot Chili Peppers, because if I am riding my bike home really late at night from a gig,
Do like your coworker said, sell it on eBay, man. Make you $47.50.
Wow, fuck all that, dude. I'll keep that stuff.
Yeah,
I got a Remo head right there. It ain't autographed, but I know where it came from.
So I bet you met. Are there like some real interesting people that come to see the Cirque du Soleil?
There were some people in town this weekend who I did not. Well, they showed up first. We didn't start work till Tuesday, so when we went in there to set that up, there are interesting people, and we'll talk about them. They're Russian, who can bend their own butthole to their face.
Yeah.
Which is weird because they do it backwards. I just imagine that she doesn't need a boyfriend. I'm just saying.
She can go downtown on her own, huh?
Man, yeah, and she doesn't need you. Hey, believe me, she can handle herself. And it's just amazing to see those people that are that flexible